Hello, we are back with the Expertera podcast. Today we'll be speaking with one of our favorite and top-rated experts. His name is Metin Piskinoglu, and I'll leave it over to you, Metin Bey. Would you like to talk a little bit about your background and what how your career has developed thus far?
Hi. Hi, Hayal. Thanks for the opportunity to speak up, and it's just a new business, actually, interim management in Turkey, so it's nice to be part of the beginning industry. My background is first education. I have my BA degree from Istanbul University on economics, and also have a Master of Science degree on economics applied from Portland State University. And after that, I have come back to Turkey and I have attended a bank. Then I went to take a course from the Citibank's school called CIBS, Center for International Banking Studies. Then after that, I have joined actually Unilever company, and I worked as a management accountant, and later on I worked as a production planning manager, and again I worked for the Citibank too again, and later on I did my own I did manage actually my own trading company for a while. Then I realized that it's much better for me to go to consulting job, and I started as a consultant to the companies, and the intern project started to come up, and it wasn't even mentioned at that time. But my first project was the company. One company was taking the partners from inside and from outside. It was a new project, and it was worth like a $500 million investment in 5 years period, and it was a very interesting project, and it has been realized. It was my first job as a CFO. It was interim management, about a year and a half. And after that, I have joined another Turkish company again. And it was of course, we never called it interim management. It was a project management. Then we didn't even know the term as a country. And
what would you say is the difference between an interim manager and a project manager?
Project manager is more time-related, I guess. More time-related. In project management, it can be always go far and can take maybe, you call it a 5 months project, and it takes 6, 7, 8, 9 months, and people do not take too much seriously, and you do not have too much authority at that time. And the project management, interim management, you know what needs to be done, and you just say it has to be done, and people know that you are there for a certain time. So it is like 3 months, it can be 3 weeks, it can be 2 weeks, so everybody knows that you are there for a certain time, and you have to certainly finish up the job. So this job has to end. In project management, it's in Turkish mind, of course, I'm talking now. It can be extended, and doesn't matter. You say 3 months, it can take 5 months, and nobody takes too much.
It's a very important point,
of course, and depending upon the companies. I mean, it can be local company, international company, semi-international companies, but still the question mark, of course, a lot of question marks. So it's a good question, by the way. It's project management and versus interim management.
Speaking of which, then maybe can you tell us a little bit about what are the characteristics of a good interim manager? You know, what do they bring to a project?
First of all, of course, the old interim managers, the ones that I know in the market, and especially the CFOs and all the marketing or the logistic sector ones, we always do the situation analysis very well. So we know the company when we enter the door, because we get all the information. So we do our press studies. And after that, we all well experienced with 20 plus years experience for human management issues, and we are running against time always. We all know that, and we do have our right targets that we also approve. So we know what to do. And there are always the hostile situation behaviors by the workers, or it can be from the bosses, or it can be from your colleagues or other top managers. So we always know that. And the one thing that needs to be clear with the Turkish people is that they are very sensitive, especially management is very sensitive about security part.
Yeah.
And their information shouldn't go around, it shouldn't be gossiped. So
Yeah.
we just make sure that the information stays with us. As you can see that I'm not using any name of the company that I work with. Even though they approve, I do I never mention the names of
You're
the
right,
companies that I'm working with.
confidentiality.
Confidentiality is the biggest issue, I believe. And so we first analyze the situation, analyze the people, so what to do, and the time management, how we do it. So we do, of course, our works, and we finish up on it. But of course, you always need to educate people around you, and the jobs that you have done, how they're going to continue. Continuity is another issue, because you are creating something new in the company, and it needs to be
like sustainable and long-term, right?
It has to be part of their daily behavior or weekly behavior, whatever. It can be on the reporting, it can be different issues, it can be cash management. And I'm also writing on those issues in HBR, Harvard Business Review, Turkey, in blogs. So I have more than 35 articles in it.
Excellent.
And so this is interim management is just brand new, actually, in Turkey.
Can I summarize it as being really a consultant plus? Because really you're expected to bring the information, knowledge sharing that a consultant does to the job. But on top of that, you're also expected to bring leadership and other soft skills that really upper management, C-suite is expected to have. So it's you're having a consultant come in, external consultant who's also a C-suite level executive.
Certainly. So you need to be make sure tell people that you will not be staying there. So they know it. You're not threat to them. That's the most important part, I guess. And as you've been saying, that interim management is usually understood by the people is that guy, came as a CFO, interim management they called it, but he will be forever there. No, we're not coming for that. Because this type of 20 plus years experience people already organize their life accordingly. For example, for me and for a couple of my friends that I know, we all work like 3-4 days, at max 4. More than that, we do not. We spend time with the families, kids, and all these things, and our priorities are different. If we wanted to work as a professional, we could. We could get that chance. It's not that big deal at this moment, but this is our choice. That's what
you're able to really manage your own time and your own career, really.
Yes, that's the most important part. And I also work, for example, different things always happen. And I worked for a Turkish partnership, actually. The foreigner came and they took the part of the company, small part of the company, and realized it. And it was like a year-long project. I acted as a CFO, but there was a time that I had to finish up. And I finished up and I quit. I mean, this is not going to take a long time. So, as you say, project management and interim management are two different things. So, this is interim management, and you say, this project and my targets have been reached, and this can be done actually cheaper for the companies.
Yeah. I really think it is a win-win situation because for companies, they're getting a seasoned executive who can bring in their knowledge and their information and know-how quickly and rapidly, like you said, from day one. And from the interim manager, you're able to manage your own time and you're able to really add value on projects that you choose.
Yes. And also the foreign companies, those are going to invest in Turkey. We try to serve them, actually, as interim managers. And what important is that We are more Mediterranean type of country. They know it already, so it's like Italy. So excited companies, and the professionalism helps them very much at this point, because we know both cultures. We know the outside. We have a background and education or professional experience from at other countries, in west side or the east side, doesn't matter actually. So when we combine them, we make sure that they understand each other very clearly, because if they do not agree on things that they're supposed to agree, then we have a problem on the management. What am I going to do as interim management? So we need to make clear that these things are working.
Yeah.
So that's what we are trying to do actually, and that's how we help to the new coming companies.
You mentioned a good point. So recently at Expertera, we're seeing an increasing number of interim manager requests from companies. And within this interim management, it's a wide spectrum of, it could be a sales expert, operations, supply chain, finance. But especially in the interim management side, we're seeing specifically increase, and the most requested type of expertise is in finance, CFO level. Why do you think this is?
My experience and my readings from the literature, business literature, actually, is that currently, as you know, that the history always repeats itself. It used to repeat in economic sense. It used to repeat itself each 30 years, but the crisis now each 10 years. So always financial issues are at the top, and I know that from when you listen to the Turkish radios, for example, Bloomberg HT is online in Turkey, and when you listen to them, you see that the housewife is talking about the Fed chairman's decision next week. What's going to be interest rate? Is it going up or down? I mean, you're just amazed by that.
Shocked, yeah.
Yes, that's the one angle, because a lot of crises are subject. And of course, in time, the CFO's responsibility area changed. At the old days, you were only responsible from the tax issue, or you were just responsible from the accounting issues. But most of those things have been performed, or outsourced to companies, right, at this moment. So CFO is sitting in the board more like a
strategic partner.
Realizing the strategic targets.
Mm-hmm.
So when you sit as a CFO in the board, you say, okay, we will reach our targets according to these numbers. Of course, there's always a lot of numbers in it, different perspectives, not accounting numbers, but finance-related numbers, corporate finance-related numbers. So that's the basically issue, I believe. So our whole view changed. When this view changed, it's more CFOs. Economic crisis, a lot of economic crisis is always a finance issue. It comes down to the cash management, basically. And then it was cash management cash is king was the issue back in the 70s. In 80s and 90s, we forgot about that. But in 2000 and 2010, we are always cash is king now too, because you have to be very careful. But that's main reason why. So our all as a CFO, our all understanding of the business or performance in the business was more related to accounting, but now it's more related to strategy, which made us more candidate to CEO positions. So we know all that. When you are a CFO, you cannot sit down and only think about the cash management and do the business. So you have to understand all sales, logistics, marketing, all the related departments, IT especially, too. And of course, when you understand all those, so you are ready for the CEO business. When this opportunity arises, of course, a lot of CEO. Actually, I just saw on the bulletins yesterday or today that 3 CFOs became CEOs in the companies, and one of them was transferred from A company to B company. So that's very interesting part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How about yourself? Why do you prefer the interim management role in this type of career? I'm sure you've been offered full-time positions throughout your career.
You are correct. I mean, we can get offers for full-time management. It's not that big issue, but still, I think after this 20-25 years experience, I try to spend time with the kids and also try to spend developing myself. I still believe that I can develop myself. Even I am thinking at this moment is getting a PhD at this age. So excellent. I'm seriously start to think about it. So we are developing ourselves and spending time with the kids. It's more actually I can spare time. Mm-hmm. So I do not want to work 5 days in a week. Full time in coming 10 years. That's certainly. I mean, of course, if it's the project involves 5 days or 6 days work, that's fine, no problem. For 3 months, that I know after 3 months I will be spending time for myself. That's important because what we do is actually even though we work for 8 hours or 6 hours at the company side, especially when we are consultants, acting as a consultant. I mean. Our pre-study, pre-work takes probably 2 or 3 days. So I spend a lot of time searching the company and inquiries and all these issues. So I have to clear out. When I go up to the company, I'm ready to talk about the company. And when serious talk, it's not only just information gathering.
Yeah, this goes back to really the benefit for a company of an interim manager. You come, you're prepared, you know the company's company history, their problems in the past, their current targets, current situation, and can really add value from day one.
Actually, I think that with the experience, it comes with the experience, man. We know where to look.
Yes.
Okay, that's the most important part, I believe, is where to look. And in this culture, of course, how to look, and without breaking the hearts of the people. You do not have to need to be very tough. Of course, there will be some issues always, and this, of course, will be solved by us and by management and approval of the management or whoever assigned us this duty from the company. It can be a partners. And so we do everything with the experience.
Yeah, I think really your experience in the technical side of the business, plus the soft skills, the really people management part you mentioned plays a key role.
Of course, we do not have any ambition in the company. We do not want to be CEO of the company. We do not want to be do this, do that. Then at the end, these people are the ones that I know, good friends, my good friends. So some of them I work with, and they're all in this business, in logistics issues, in marketing, sales, IT. All these people, all of them do not want to work as a CEO. They are not ambitious people on this corporate climbing. You know, we're past over that age at this moment. So our experience says, okay, sitting only in home is not very comfortable, of course. So we want to continue our life, and I sometimes teach to the companies finance for non-finances or only financial analysis techniques. It can go even further, but more technical issues, of course. And so we want to contribute to society. Actually, we are trying to contribute to society that we have already experienced.
How do you see, our last question today is, how do you see this industry, this sector developing in Turkey?
It's like actually, we can call it only toddler at this moment. It's just started, as I say, it's switching off from the project management and interim management, just brand new issues. So what we need to do is first we have to tell people and make them understand. It need to be a little bit publicized, right? So maybe we need to go a couple of the radios and talk to them and tell people what we do and the boundaries that we are in, and all these issues need to be explained. Then we need to make people understand what interim management does. So this is reciprocal, as you know. So the people, it's not only the foreigner companies that are coming down to Turkey, but also the Turkish people need to understand that the bosses or the CXOs of the companies need to understand. Not only the bosses, but the CXOs also can get it wrong. Is that people going to take my place? That's the biggest question. Am I going to lose my job? Because that man is coming, then am I going to lose my job? No. The answer is simply in interim management. It's simply no. So we need to tell people so they can use it as a vehicle in their hand. It's just like I said, outsourcing. Back in 1990s, when we first heard that, outsourcing, accounting, are you serious? Are you kidding? Or what are you trying to tell? Even our educated brains at that time wouldn't realize the importance of the accounting and outsourcing. But now the time passed by, and it's more than 20 years. And now when I go to the companies, if I see that it's a small company and it has a lot of cost of accounting and there isn't too much job to do it, then we can suggest them that you can use outsource. And it's not a bad idea. And it's much cheaper for you. So time goes by. And at that time, you just learn it, how useful it can be for your company. Plus the jobs that we create, first need to tell them that we create the job and we build up the environment accordingly. So you do not need to use very expensive people.
After the core was formed.
Yes. So you open up, you restructure the company, you do all the reporting bases, you put up all these reporting bases. Then after that, of course, the more younger people can do it, which will be much cheaper for the company, of course.
Yeah. So it's a lot of really educating.
So we need to make the community understand that, especially on the bosses and the CXOs and also the workers too. I mean, when they come up, they need to realize the importance of the interim manager in their company or director, whatever you call it at that time. And so they need to understand that. So we make it's in our part at this moment to explain people our business, our job.
Yeah, that's something we're also trying to do as Expertera, educate both companies and also potential experts who would be great candidates for interim managers. Really that it's a win-win situation.
So you shouldn't mix as you've been mentioning several times, I mean, you shouldn't mix interim management, project management, and the consulting. The three of them are separate things for the companies. We behave differently, I should say. And if I am a consultant, I'm totally different. If I am an interim manager, I'm totally different. They need to understand that part too.
Yeah, excellent. Yes. This has been really great. I think next time we would love to talk a little bit more about these HBR, Harvard Business Review blogs and articles that you've written.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Till next time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
İlişkiler kimler var, ne var, ne böyle. Ya bütün bu çalışmalar yapıldıktan sonra firmaya.
Aynen. Yani çünkü bu böylelikle geldiğiniz andan itibaren, geldiğiniz günden, geldiğiniz ilk birkaç saat bile bu şekilde ön hazırlık olunca verimli geçebiliyor. Zaten şirketlerin de bence üst düzey yöneticilerin de bu modeli tercih etmelerinin sebebi bu. Gelebiliyor, bu kişi hazırlık yapmış, ilk günden itibaren bize bir katkı değerde bulunabilir, bir verimli çalışabilir.
Yani o süreyi olabildiğince verimli harcamak, verimli kullanmak ve de sonuçta hedeflere ulaşmak. Bizim için verilmiş bir hedefler var. Bu hedeflerin tabii ki gerçekliği de sorgulanıyor. Zaten gerçekliği doğru bize çok yapmıyorsa, yani yapılamaz diye gözüküyorsa da yapılamıyor da yani. Zaten söylüyoruz bunlara, başlamıyoruz. Yani biz hani için çalışan insanlar değiliz. Çünkü sonuçta gelen bu insanların hepsi, bakın siz de zaten hep sürekli görüşüyorsunuz Hayal Hanım. 20 yıl üstü tecrübeli insanlar kendi konularında. Zaten siz de öylesiniz. Yani ondan daha az derim size 10 yıllık tecrübe. Ama sonuçta çok tecrübeli insanlar ve zaten de girmezler. Sonuçta bizim de isimlerimiz var. Ben hiçbir şirkete girip de hani yapmadı, yapamadı, olmadı gibi şeyleri duymak istemiyoruz. Sonuçta biz tecrübelerimizle evet bu işi yapılabilir, ben de yaparım diye yapıyoruz. Ben biraz özellikle bu noktalara ediyorum ki Hayal Hanım çok yeni ve insanlar biraz tanısınlar diye.
Doğru. Çok güzel bir nokta. Peki. Teşekkür ederiz Metin Bey. Şimdi isterseniz bir sonraki podcastimizde biraz bahsettiğiniz de bu HBR yazılarınızdan, Harvard Business Review yazılarınızdan bahsedebiliriz.
Memnuniyetle.
Çok teşekkürler. İyi günler.